Hey everyone, welcome back to the SEO lecture series. In the last video, we set up SSH keys and created a droplet on DigitalOcean to host our WordPress website. We also have the VPS IP address ready. So until now, we have registered our domain name, added it to the Cloudflare dashboard, and updated the name servers on our registrar to Cloudflare. In this video, we'll connect to the VPS using MobiXterm and complete the WordPress installation. So before proceeding, let's check if our name servers have propagated. So in the previous video, I have named the host name as na10inc.com. So this was a mistake. The domain that I purchased was na10pi.com. So we'll be using na10pi. So let's open up what's my DNS.net for checking whether the DNS records have been propagated or not. So over here we enter the domain name na10pi.com and select the name servers option ns and click on search. So over here you can see for all the locations the DNS records have been propagated and all of them are shown as Cloudflare records. So this part is done. If you are getting the old records from the registrar and it hasn't fully propagated, wait till it's complete to avoid connection issues. It generally takes 1 to 2 hours in maximum, but generally less than that. So let's open up Cloudflare so that we can update the DNS records. Login. In. So we are now logged into the dashboard. You can see the Cloudflare dashboard over here. Click on the domain name that you have added over here. So na10pi.com. So now we have to update the DNS records. Okay, we already have the IP of the VPS. We will click on the DNS option. And then over here you can see that we only added a dummy record at the time of creating Cloudflare account. So click on this, not needed. Just click on the edit button and over here you have to enter the IP address of your VPS. So we already got this from our DigitalOcean account from here. Okay, so this is the VPS that we have deployed. Use this IP address and update the record. So if you want to redirect all the www requests to the non-www version of your domain, you can add another record which is called the cname record. So www. So this means that whenever someone visits this website, they will be required to this target. So whatever we set here, they will be redirected to this target. So at the rate, because we want the www version of the website to be redirected to the non-www version of the website. Okay, and proxy status, we will keep this enabled because we don't want to expose our server's IP. Okay, so there's a bit of advantage if we are going to use this proxy option. So the Cloudflare proxy, it basically hides your server's real IP. It provides DDoS protection, caching, and other performance benefits. Okay, so we will just keep it enabled and then click on the save button. So this part is done. Now if you visit na10pi.com or even if you open this IP address, you'll be shown a WordPress installation WordPress installation screen. Now we have updated the DNS records. Now that we have updated the DNS records, we will use MobiXterm to connect to our VPS so that we can add the domain in the backend also. Okay, for this we have to install MobiXterm first. So first search for MobiXterm. Okay, so this is the version that we are going to use, MobiXterm. Click on get MobiXterm now. So let's go with the home edition. No need to go for the paid version. Download now. Either you can either use the portable version or the installer version. Both are fine. So because I'll be needing this all that time, I'm going to use the installer edition. Hardware. So we have the software ready, MobiXterm. So we are going to launch MobiXterm connecting to the VPN. So first open up MobiXterm. Okay, let's just maximize it. Then click on sessions, new session. Click on the SSH option, and over here you have to paste your IP of VPS that you have got from DigitalOcean. The remote host, we will paste the IP address of our virtual private server, and then over here you can specify the username that you are going to use for connecting to the VPS, for remotely logging into the VPS. Okay, so for DigitalOcean servers you get root access, right? So right now we are going to use root, and then in the advanced SSH settings you have to use your private key. Okay, check this option, use private key, and then browse the file. So you have to use the private key, okay, not the public key. So for connecting, select the private key, open, and then you can press on OK. So now you will see this pop-up message when you are connecting to the VPS for the first time, and you have to click on the accept. Just check this option so that whenever you connect to your server, you won't be seeing this message again and again. Accept. Passphrase for key. So we have already set 2 layers of protection. First one is the SSH key, and the second one is our passphrase. So enter. Okay, so now we are connected to our VPS. You can see that we are connected to this virtual machine, virtual private server. So over here we have to enter the domain name, so which is n8npi.com. No need to enter the www version, it will take it automatically. So just enter the root domain. Okay, n8npi is fine. Please verify it is correct. Yes. So the domain has been added into OpenLightSpeed's listener. Okay, so the domain has been added to the web server we are using. So do you want to issue a Let's Encrypt certificate? So this is the SSL certificate that you can use. So you can either select yes or no. Since we are creating a basic WordPress website, so let's go with the free certificate. But if you were to use any transactions, then I would suggest you go for a paid SSL certificate. Okay, so press Y. Yes. Okay, so if you are seeing okay over here, both of these are accessible, then you are good to go. But if you are seeing any problem, then that means your DNS records are not propagated. Okay, so you need to wait a little bit more, and if you have reached till this step, then exit by pressing Ctrl C. Okay, and close this session. You can reconnect and then start from the first step. Okay, so for the email, I'll just use this for the time being. Verify yes. This is the advantage of using the pre-built image that I was talking about earlier. So if you were to install everything from scratch, you would have to install the Lightspeed web server first, then the database you have to install manually, then configure all of these settings one by one. But instead they have created a simple image that we can use with all these options and all these packages pre-installed. So do you wish to force HTTPS rewrite rule for this domain? Yes. So this basically means that our website will be only accessible over HTTPS. All the HTTP requests will be served over HTTPS. So this is basically to avoid mixed content warnings that you'll learn about later. And this option, do you wish to update the system now? So let's press yes. So this will restart the web server, open Lightspeed. So below you can also see the RAM usage of the VPS. So total RAM we have 1 GB, and over here you can see the CPU usage as well. Here you can see the host name that we have set earlier, N8N Inc. If you remember. The server is restarting. It will take just a minute. Over here on the left you can see the file browser. So if you were to click on double dots, it means it will go one directory above. Okay. It's taking longer than usual for a few more seconds. Okay, it's done now. Almost done. Okay, done. So this part is done. We can minimize this window, or you can just close it for the time being. And now we will open our website, which is n8npi.com. Okay, so if you have done everything correctly and followed all the steps, you will see this screen. This is the WordPress installation screen. If you are experiencing any problem, it might be because of the DNS propagation error, or you might have missed a few steps. So just watch the previous videos and then try once again. So for installing WordPress, just click on continue, the language you want to select. English US is fine. Continue. Over here you have to enter the enter the name of your website. So for the time being I am using n8npi automation workflows. You can always change these settings later, but just keep in mind that the username name that you are going to create and the password, you have to remember them. So right now I'm going to use any admin n8npi. Okay, so instead of going with the usual names like admin, administrator, just go with something different so that people cannot brute force into your WordPress installation, because you'll be seeing a lot of attacks, people trying to brute force into your website, trying different combinations of username and passwords. So let's go with something that is not that common. Okay, Same goes with the password. Use something that is not common. So I'll just use this for the time being. Okay, just keep a record of this, and the email address that you're going to use here, enter your personal email address. So my email address for this is anitandbales@protonmail.com. So select this option to discourage search engines from indexing the site, because our website is currently under development. So once that is done, we will deselect this option from the dashboard. For the time being, just check this and click on install WordPress. So now the installation is complete, and you can log into the WordPress dashboard and start customizing your site. So let's click on the login button, the password, login. That's it. You have successfully connected to your VPS and installed WordPress. In the next video, we'll be exploring plugins, themes, and essential customizations to make your site functional and optimized. That's all for this video. Okay. Thank you, everyone.